Hey guys,
Hello.
welcome back to the channel. This is a reaction video. It's a collaboration video, guys.
I know they do reaction, oh.
I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself. You know her already. If you have been following my UK journey, you heard me talking about attacking. Even before I came down, I was telling you guys about how to make money. I watched one of her contents and she was talking about how to make money, rent a friend. And after watching that video, I rushed to her. I said, please show me how to. I want to make this kind of money. So this is the lady I was telling you guys about. I will let her introduce herself.
Hello, guys. Hello. Hi. So, guys, welcome back to Modesta's Lifestyle channel.
Cocomama. Modesta Lifestyle is old.
If I say Coco, you say
Mama.
as you dey hear. So, guys, yeah, this is two beautiful mommies on your screen, guys. My name is Adeze and I live in the United Kingdom with my family. I create contents on how you can relocate to any country of your choice and also sometimes how to make money from the comfort of your home, work from home, making money working from home, remote jobs, and yeah. So Modesta is my sister and we both lived in Qatar before I left to the UK. So you are highly welcome and I'm here to answer all her questions on how to relocate or how to make money or any gist at all that will resonate with us today. So sit back with us, watch this video, and do not forget to subscribe if you have not, like the video and share. Why? There is love in sharing. And we rise by lifting others. So guys, let's get into it. So bring it.
Are you
coming.
ready?
I am ready, 100%.
Hey, this is much anticipated. I can't wait. You know, before I came to the UK, I've been thinking, hey, meanwhile, guys, let's congratulate her. She just recently made it to 100. How does it feel like? Guys, this is a testimony. This is what I've been telling her ever since I came. When she left Doha, she was sitting with 1,000.
Yeah.
This is less than 3 years. She was sitting with 1,000. So, in fact, she's those kind of content creators that will create content and that wouldn't post. Tomorrow you call her, she will tell, oh, I've not edited. I don't have time to edit. I want to post. You know, like you wouldn't say that she's crazy about social media, but when it's your time, how it happened, you will not know.
Well,
how does it feel?
It feels like every other thing. Trust me, because trust me, like she said, everything in life is destiny, and when it's God's time, we're all on this journey. And then consistency, and the most important thing is creating content that people want to watch, giving information that people find educatable or valuable or informative in whichever way it is, right? So your niche, your kind of content, when it resonates with the right audience, they tends to support you. And also people also love you for your personality, for who you are, because we have people that are doing lifestyle, right? And they still grow. You get the point? Yeah, a lot of content creators, they do lifestyle and they are still doing well.
Very successful.
Yes, and people love to watch them because they are presenting what people are also learning from in one way or the other. Me, I watch them because sometimes I watch how they make their home or how they cook one food. It motivates me to,
even though it's not your type of content.
Thank you to cook that food. So every content is also educational on its own. So at the end of the day, it's God's grace and doing what you are good at doing. That's just it, yeah. Because when you are good at something, you resonate. So it feels like normal because we are all growing. We still want to get to 1 million views. And you get what I mean? So it's nothing. We are growing.
My God, my God. To her, it's like it's nothing. But to me, like I can't believe it that Ada is sitting with over 100K. Like seriously, guys, this is live. Never, and that's why on this space, don't look down on anybody.
Exactly.
Before she left, I was sitting with
10,000. Yeah, you have reached 10,000.
I was 10,000. She was 1,000.
Envy no one, yeah, because
never look down on anybody, because tomorrow that person you are looking down on, maybe the person is not even showing interest to become a YouTuber. Within a minute, boom, 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 and you'll be like, what's
going on here?
Who is the master here? Who is the organ? Anyway, congratulations, my sister. I'm so happy for you. Now, relating to the kind of content you do, let's talk about other kings. Now, you are into relocation. Jakpada or
Japa.
Jakpa.
Japada is when you don't relocate, you are going back.
Okay,
You get
Jakpada
it?
is going back to Nigeria.
Yes,
Jakpada.
to your
Jakpa is
country.
going. Okay, you are into Jakpa.
Movements.
Now, can you, because I have my people here, some are in Africa, some are in Kenya. I have Kenyan audience. I have a Nigerian audience. I have people abroad as well. But for someone who is watching me and would want to move out of
Their comfort zone, where they are, for greener pasture, move to where they believe is better.
yeah.
All right,
Can you help
guys.
them?
Yeah, there is this slogan I use on my channel. I always tell people, if where you are going to is better than where you are coming from, consider the movement.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Consider moving, right? Relocation has been there since the days of our forefathers. It did not start now. People tend to move where they believe is greener pasture for them, where they believe is better for them. So there's nothing wrong with relocation. It depends on you as an individual. So for you to relocate from, let's say, Nigeria or Kenya to a country like UK, it requires planning. I do tell people this. Don't miss that point. When I talk about planning, a lot of things have come together to make this broad keyword that is planning. So let's break it down, right? Now, the first thing you want to discuss is, which country do I want to move to?
Okay.
Now, people move to different countries for different reasons. There are people that want to move to UK because their currency is higher than Canada and the rest. There are people that want to move to Canada because they need a faster avenue to get citizenship.
Okay.
Right? There are people that want to move to the US because of that name of that powerhouse, United States, which everybody believes that even on their passport they will say ticket to the world, right?
Actually, it's my favorite.
Thank you. So everybody have that place that they believe this is where I want to move to. Now, it is one thing to identify where to move to. It's another thing to ask yourself, which pathway can I legitly, the key word here is legit. Is it legit? Move to this country.
No corner.
Yes, and be legitimate there without breaking the laws or being illegal in the country. Because I tell you, one thing you don't want to do is to move anywhere and become illegal, and police is pursuing you around, right? So you now ask yourself, this country, what's the fastest route to move there? This fastest route, am I eligible? What is the eligibility criteria, if that makes sense? So all these things are things you factor out to ask yourself, where am I going to? They all come into the plan. So remember, the first one is to identify where should you go to, where is your interest. The second one is to identify what is the eligibility for me to move to this country. Let's take a country like Canada, for example. They have different pathway. They have the express entry. They have the work permit visa. There is study visa. There is visit visa. There are different visa category to different provinces. We have 11 provinces and territories in Canada. Each province have their own specific migration programs that they do. We have the rural migration program, a lot of programs. So it's left for you to sit down and draw the table and say, of all these programs in Canada, what am I eligible for? Remember one thing, for a country like Canada, your age is very important to them.
Okay.
You know, they have age limits to a lot of programs. You now ask yourself, how old am I? Am I eligible? For example, the express entry, if you're from 35 years to 18 years, good luck, it is for you. But once you cross 35, there are other factors to be put in place for you to get to that stage, like your education, your qualifications, and a lot of things will be factored. So this is the reason I said planning, right? You have to understand all these things. Do I fall into this? So when you notice that, figure out that very program that you suit in. The next thing is to plan yourself financially, because the truth is, for you to relocate anywhere, there is financial responsibility. Migration, relocation is not free. Trust me, it is not free, right? So now you ask yourself, do I have money for the visa? You write IELTS exam or any other English exam that is acceptable for the country. If your profession is a licensed profession like nurses, doctors, teachers, allied medical professionals, you know, you have to take some exams. You know, all these things, you factor it out. How much will it cost me? The visa application fee, the flight ticket, what is the cost? Make sure you have the money to even process all these things. And when you have factored all these things out and you are convinced this is where I want to move to, then that is the time you make that move and start applying. For example, someone like me, I moved to the UK on my own. I did not use any agents. Nobody did anything for me. I opened my laptop. Sometimes I will use just my mobile phone, go online, job sites, I apply for jobs, create my CV myself, and I landed a job that moved my family and I from Qatar to the UK. So you don't need an agent, and that's what I stand for even on my channel. Do it yourself.
DIY.
Every information I give is for free, how to do it and land where you want to go to, right? So just have an internet and have the idea of what you are. The key word here is, what are you qualified for? You cannot be a teacher and you're going to look for a job as a nurse. Okay. It doesn't work that way. That's where the confusion comes in. Exactly. Sometimes you don't have the qualifications the employers are looking for, and you're still looking for a job you are not qualified for. This is the Western world. There is a lot of competition. So you see why you should factor out what you are eligible for. If not, the study visa is there if you have the money. It's the fastest anyways, because once you have the money, any school is ready to absorb you. That's it. Just do the right application, give them the necessary documents, and you see yourself in the country. So all these things are what you factor out to see, what is it I'm eligible for? And before you could say, Jack, you are there.
You will succeed because you
have done the right thing.
That you took
Exactly.
your time, prepared everything. Now, a lot of time you will hear people saying that Japa is not the option, that we should rather find a way of fixing our country. Yeah, because even where you are going to, they have their own challenges. There's R word there. You are not taking, okay, some group of people in that country, for example, where you are now, some citizens, they see foreigners as, oh, they're coming to take up our opportunity. They should go fix their country. You know, those kind of. So what do you have to say about stuff like that?
All right.
Do you have any regrets, you know?
All right. Yeah, the truth is this. Like I used to tell people, different things works for different folks, right? They say different strokes for different people, right? What works for me is not what works for you. They say that the person that wears the shoes know where it is pinching them, right? Now, there are many people in Africa that are making it big time. There are many people that did not find their feet in Africa. They tend to find their feet in another man's country. That's when I started this video, I said, migration have been there since the days of our forefathers. People tend to move. Even the British people who live in their country, many of them are in Qatar, many of them are in Spain, many of them are in Dubai. People move to where they feel, this is where I want to stay and live my own life.
But
right?
can I interrupt
Okay,
you?
yeah.
If I'm a British person and I'm migrating, or I'm from Yankee and I'm moving to Qatar, I'm moving for a different reason, which is work. But we Africans, when we migrate, the truth of the matter is some will even quit their job, sell their land, leave their business, give up on everything. Like I've seen a medical doctor in Canada, a medical doctor in Nigeria who was doing well, getting to Canada, he had to do other menial jobs. And even at it, he's not still seen as a medical doctor. He has to go back to school, do some exams, go through a lot of practicals and all that, aside from the board exam and everything. Now, when someone who is from a Western world migrates to another country, let's say in the Middle East, they are doing it for different reasons. Do you understand? Unlike us Africans.
No, I did not agree with you. Okay. Trust me, the way you just said, for different reasons. Now, there are many people that are in Nigeria, for example, that are medical doctors, they have the money. But the rate of insecurity in Nigeria is pushing them.
But financially, they are okay.
Financially, they are okay. But then, their life again is at stake. Look at what is happening, kidnapping everywhere and a lot of things. Okay. Many people have the money to be in Africa. So it's not just about money. That's exactly. It's not just about money. For somebody to sacrifice their medical profession to come to Canada or UK and be a cleaner. We have seen cases like that. Not like they give up on everything. Yeah. They didn't give up because this is the Western world. They want you to prove you are who you said you are.
But Ada,
right?
You know what I'm going to tell you? I'm a nurse, right? I'm a midwife. I would never live where I am just for the sake of papers, because they would tell you, okay, I'm doing this because I need a stronger passport. I'm doing this because I need a better life, quality life. Okay, I have the money, but my life is at stake. Anything can go wrong. Envy, my my village people, they are behind me and all that. So they move for, not that because they don't have money, they move because they want to have a better quality
insecurity
life. And this insecurity. But I would never move to a country whereby I will have to undermine myself. I will have to give up on what I'm doing or what I'm good at.
Okay. To
Just
do another thing.
To do another
Now
thing.
listen.
Do you
let
know
me
that
come
some
in.
people for years you have the intention of moving to Western world? I'm not discouraging anybody, guys. Well, this is more like
a debate. Let's
well,
use that word. Yeah.
So
You are against the topic and for the topic. Yeah. It's more
so
of a
for
debate.
example, if it's like what you said, do your research, check what works, prepare, what do you want, what do you have, what does the country that you want to go to, what is their policy and everything, find out. I agree 100% with that. Number one, you have to go with what what you feel like. You have to be prepared.
Sis, I want to tell you something,
You know?
right? Just like I was saying, different things work for different people. This is you. This is your mindset.
Okay.
Now, in the Western world here, there is dignity in labor.
Okay.
Some nurses in Nigeria don't earn what a cleaner is earning in the UK. Trust me.
That's true.
There is dignity in labor. In the West, everybody is like, there is a minimum wage.
Okay.
If that makes sense. In Nigeria, for example, you will see a nurse earning 60,000 naira. What is 60,000 naira? 60,000 naira is not up to 30 pounds.
It's true.
This is something somebody earned per hour.
I'm in for that. So long as,
if that makes sense.
so long as I am taking the way
Now,
or
wait.
to the level where
The
I am.
truth
But
is-
to go below,
Wait. The truth is, these people are not coming here to be on that level. No. Many of them will come in and they will start writing the necessary exams that they need to practice their profession.
which is still okay.
Because the truth is, before any country will take you as a nurse, you must be licensed in your country and you will be licensed in that country.
And you have to go
Now,
through exams.
Rigorous processes.
Yeah.
This
Even in South
licensing-
Africa.
Thank
When
you.
I got to South Africa, I suffered. I was on the street making fat, we call it chin chin, making fat cake and selling. Because of what? Because I had to, number one, I didn't know before I left Nigeria, I had to validate my certificates. And it takes, they call it SAQA, South African Evaluation Board or something. This SAQA, every day I'm going there to cry. I've sent all my qualification and everything. But it goes through processes.
That's the
And every day I was, because if you don't go, if your certificate is not brought up to
that
their own
level, they will not take
they
you.
will not even look
So
at
now
you.
look
Think
at
of
it
saying
this
that
way.
you are a
Look
nurse.
at it this way. Now all these things requires money and patience. Now many times people in
But
Nigeria, for example,
why in a place like Canada, you've gone through that, you have done everything, you've gone to school, but yet you can't find a job, and you're a professional.
we will come to that. Hold on, we will come to
Because
that.
that is what I'm hearing.
Let's tackle this.
I
We'll come
want to know
that. Now
about that
the
one.
thing is this, right? Many people tend to move to a country and do their license because they need financial resources to do all these things.
Okay.
They need to be in a sane environment to do all these things, right? Now imagine you are doing a cleaning job now and you are earning money well, you are earning well to use it to pursue that license and everything. You are still in the system, you know, it makes a whole lot of sense. At least you are not under pressure. The thing here is that people becomes under pressure when they are still outside the country and then they are more desperate.
Okay.
And when you are more desperate, you tend to make some mistakes. That's the honest truth. So like I said, you won't blame those people. The truth is, what I also, another thing I advise people that moved abroad is, when you come here, there is opportunity for career progression.
It's true.
Try to grow. For example, I came here as a healthcare assistant. Today, I'm going to school to become a nurse. Fully sponsored by my
your
employer. I'm not paying a dime. Those hours I spend in school, my employer pays me my normal salary even while I'm in school. So it's a win-win. I didn't come
You've
here
not
as a
lost
nurse.
anything.
No, but I'm now schooling to become one. I'm free. So at the end of the day, there is room for career progression. Just don't be where they left you. You know, don't stay that place the way you come. Try to do programs, try to do courses, try to do trainings, try to step up ahead of your career. And the Western world, or let me say,
don't settle for less.
Yes, don't settle for less. And
don't
this
say, okay,
place,
I'm comfortable. I
yes,
don't want
the
to be a doctor
Western world
anymore.
will give you that opportunity to be who you want to be. Sometimes you come here, you're a doctor, you see some of them go into tech.
I know.
Maybe they come here, they prefer, oh, I'm tired of this hospital, this thing. I want to be someone
Something
that will work
different.
from home. You know, I need something more flexible. The Western world will give you that opportunity.
True.
That's just the honest truth. So at the end of the day, what is most important is what you are doing. Are you happy doing it?
So
the
are
most
you saying
important
that
is
some
you are
people-
happy doing whatever you are doing? Sometimes it's not about the money; it is fulfillment.
Okay, so
and being
are you
happy.
saying that some people it might actually be their choice?
Of
Migrating
course.
to abroad is totally their choice to decide to do something out of their
Maybe it might not be their
experience.
choice, but they must have that documents to do whatever they want to do.
Okay.
That's just it. Because abroad here, they don't do bribe, you know. Everything is straightforward. You must follow that process. Everybody. Now, let's talk about not seeing job in Canada.
Okay.
The truth is this. Yeah, I need to tackle this.
A lot
because
of people,
I have
a lot
heard
of
a lot of gist. I do tell people, if you live in Canada, you believe there is no job, what are you still doing in Canada? Think of it that way. If you believe you are jobless in Canada, then go home. Maybe it's not for you. After all, we have seen people that jabbed and they jabbed
Even
because
with
it didn't
good
work
job
out
and
for them.
everything.
Trust me. Everybody, it will not work for everybody. So when people tell you I live in Canada, there's no job here, blah blah blah, don't come. Tell them to return, so that other people will do what? Will come and try their
check.
luck. The truth is, there is job. The way you look for job is not the way I look for job. That is where they say information is power. Once you have the right information, do the right thing. What is the qualification they are looking for? You will see someone that you don't have the qualification to be a data analyst. You are looking for job as a data analyst. How? How? An employer will employ you based on what you tell them you are. If
Your
you don't have
experience.
the skills an employer is looking out for, there are other people better than you
And
that will
they
get the
don't
job.
just believe what you have said that you
You
are.
see the reason
They need-
why I tell people to be who you are. You can't be a nurse. You're looking for a job as a teacher. It doesn't work that way. So information is power. Look out for where to get the right information to do job application. Again, many people believe that if I apply for job now, they will take me. No. Many jobs will tell you, unfortunately, does not mean you are not good.
Okay.
You have not seen the one that is for you. Keep trying. Don't just do 2 applications, you give up. You're everywhere saying it's not working. Then return home. Maybe it's not for you. It's
So
not
you
for
have
the
to
weak.
push.
You have to keep
push to the
applying
maximum,
till you
yeah.
get what you are looking for. The abroad life is not for the weak. You must give
Honestly,
in your best
a lot of life
and get
changes.
what you want. That's just the honest truth. So we couldn't just say that a whole Canada there is no job. Meanwhile, if you come to Job Bank Canada, you see loads and loads of
Actually,
jobs. This makes sense to you now. So there is job. I don't live in Canada, by the way. I live in the UK. But what I believe is, if you believe there is no job in Canada, then why are you there? They are still there, they are still complaining. How are you surviving? How are you eating? If that makes sense, right? Why are you paying the bills? So at the end
Actually,
of the day,
this is,
sometimes people have a
reassuring.
job, but they have not gotten to where they want to be. They will keep telling you there is no job, but there's something they are doing that is still paying them money. And like I said before, in the Western world, there is dignity in level. Whatever you do, we put food on your table.
Okay. So what are the challenges, migrating?
Abroad.
I wouldn't say coming to the UK, because I mean you lived in Doha. This is not your first place outside Nigeria. Is there okay, let me say, living in Doha and having lived in Doha and now you are in the UK. Is there any difference?
Well, the truth is, like I said, different people have different perspectives and different stages in life. Life is in stages. For example, when I was in Doha, I had only 1 child. Immediately I gave birth to my second son, we moved, right? So now I'm a mom of 2, job to do, content creation to do, you see. I'm not the same person again. A wife, a daughter. I have lots of responsibility. Life has changed. I'm no longer the same person, if that makes sense. So as our life is changing, our circumstances is changing. Let's say, for example, when I was in Qatar, right, my son was still small and I was working. In Qatar, I do work 5 days a week, 12 hours each day. That is 60 hours per week.
Yeah.
Now,
I remember that time during COVID.
exactly.
My God.
Yeah, exactly, during COVID.
And you were actually pregnant for a second son.
Before I got pregnant, I was working, I was in the world when I got pregnant. Now, I have to get a childminder in the house where I drop my child.
Yeah.
You know, I drop him off, go to work, come back. You know, my child is not with me for good 5 days. And I have only 2 days to rest. That 2 days I will cook for the family for the week, do a lot of things. And I have a supporting husband that always supports me with some house chores, right? Good. Now, in Qatar, we know that the cost of education is very expensive. You know, you have to wait for your child to get to a stage you are sure they are talking. You don't want to waste money, you know. So you see, now when I moved in here in the Western world, let me talk about UK where I live. Let me not talk about another country. Here in the UK, employers have to work according to your timetable with your partner. They must give you a flexible shift. It's your right.
Wow.
As someone living here in the UK, yes, you have
They
right.
consider the children.
Yes, you have right to flexible shifts. So when I move in here, I have come with a toddler, 2 kids, right? I have to meet my employer. This is the shift I can do. This is my husband's shift. So currently I do only 3 night shifts. That says I have 4 days off to spend time with my children.
And that 4 days your husband will be at work.
Yes, and be the best mother I can be, right? So there are lots of challenges because you are doing motherhood alone.
Okay.
As a mother, at that point in time, you want to be alone. You just want to rest, but the kids will never allow you to rest because they are still young. That's why I said different circumstances for different people. There are also people in the UK with 2 children, but they have grown. They know when mommy said I want to rest. Yeah. You see the difference? Yeah. So everybody have their story based on their family size, their lifestyle, and a lot of things have to be into consideration. So I don't have any regrets. I prefer it better here in the UK. Why? My children have free education, you know. I have flexible shifts that gives me the opportunity to create time to care for my children. You know, yes, I pay tax, but my tax is working. My children are going to school for free. Healthcare is also free. If anything happens to them, they go to the hospital, they get free treatment. My tax is working, right? And at the end of the day, they will end up one day to become British citizens, which is a second passport to their Nigerian citizens. Okay. So I have nothing to regret. When I was in Qatar, they will not do that for me. They will not give me citizenship, and my children will not go to free education.
Except if you are getting sports.
And then the currency rate. Qatar currency to Naira is a small money compared to British currency to Naira, if that makes sense. Yeah, any money you earn here, if you change it to Naira, it's a big money. You use it and do whatever you want to use it to do. So at the end of the day, I have nothing to regret. I prefer it here. That's just the honest truth. Yeah. So other people will have also their own perspective because they don't have the same family size with me. They, you know, we are all different in terms of our circumstances. Yeah. So.
Okay. One more question before we call it a day because this video, I don't want this video to be more than 30 minutes. So one more question and then that is it.
Okay.
Now that you are a carer here in the UK, any challenges, any regrets?
Well, when I was in Qatar, I was also working in the hospital, one of the biggest hospitals in Qatar, Hamad Medical Corporation. I must tell you that there are 2 different countries with 2 different needs, right? Care job in UK is not the same thing with Qatar, right? There are 2 different entities, 2 different individuals involved, and I would say that in the UK, healthcare here is more I'm looking for the right adjective or to use for it. Healthcare here is more intense, is more elaborate. You know, we have a lot of elderly care here, you know, and their law is not the same with
Qatar law. Actually, they don't believe in keeping their elderly people in
the care home.
Care home.
Yeah, here
for them, they live with them. Yeah. It's all about
here,
family.
It's not how we care for people here. We care for people in Qatar. Here, they don't joke with safeguarding. They don't joke with manual handling. There are certain ways to handle individuals. In Qatar, it's not like that.
No, we do manual handling.
Yeah, we do. But
how what are you trying to do? What are you trying
from these people?
Let me actually tell you. You see, in the Middle East, aside from Qatar, let me not just say Qatar because I'm in Qatar. Of course, I have to protect where I am, where I get my bread and butter. let me say in general, having worked in Saudi Arabia, their standard in terms of health care is up to, believe me when I'm telling you this, their standard is up to Western world standard.
Listen,
You understand?
I'm not arguing with you, but the truth is,
And that's why if you notice,
remember,
if you
I have done this
if you
job
come to
in
Hamad,
two
you will see
countries.
doctors from the US.
I
see
know.
doctors from
I have
UK,
done healthcare
Australia,
in these two
so
countries, but I'm being sincere with you here. These people are more elaborate.
When it comes
Like,
to manual handling,
yeah, in the
you
Middle
don't
East,
handle
we
your
do
patients
manual handling. You don't
anyhow.
handle them anyhow.
Anyway,
But
I
UK
think it's
here
international.
is not the same with there.
Yeah.
Like, there's a way we handle people,
Okay.
right? There must be slide sheet. There must be this one. You don't just put hand for somebody like this. No, you put hand here. So all these things you must observe it,
My
and
dear,
you are expected to keep it.
Can I tell you something? If you come to the hospital where I work, just close to the elevator, it's already like they installed it about 2 years ago. I started seeing it 2 years, and then we went for training for that. This particular equipment, what it does is, in case of emergency, you don't need to lift.
We call it hoist.
Hoist is the one you
different.
use. Is different. It looks like hoist machine, but it's not. Hoist is the one that they used in orthopedic ward. You know, where patients are bedridden.
In
medical
UK
ward.
here, we use it most of the time. Even people
This
that are not bedridden.
this one will allow you to take a patient down through this in case of emergency fire. It will allow you to. These people, they have gone far. Believe me, it will allow you to take a patient through the staircase. With that, you know, it's not easy for you to carry a patient with a wheelchair, a bedridden patient. In case of emergency, you can't use the elevator. You have everybody has to use emergency exit, which is staircase. So it's not gonna be easy to move so many patients. So what this particular equipment, I don't know the name, okay, but it's not hoist, but it can function like that. It will allow you to take a patient down the staircase with this machine. It will slide, secure the patient while making sure that the patient is well secured. Evacuate the patient smoothly. These people have gone far. These people have gone far.
Those machines are here too. Remember,
I told you the standard is
UK,
similar.
remember, UK colonized Qatar. They are also learning from their colonies.
God bless you.
Right? Yes.
God bless you.
By the end of the
do
day,
you know that when they treat patients and you see them coming over to Western world, you know what they call it? Second opinion. It doesn't mean that they have not been treated well or the standard is low. Just for satisfaction, just to pacify. So what does that tell you?
they are trying to. They are all doing well. Trust me.
That's the one I
But I'm
want
just
to,
telling you that this place is still more intense.
Okay.
Baby,
Anyway, we're almost finished. Odogu
this
is
place
ending it
is
for
more
us.
intense. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just it.
Okay.
But the truth is, they are all good. Trust me. Yeah.
That is the thing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, Ada.
You're welcome.
You made our day. You guys should go check her out. Subscribe. Tell her you are coming from Cocomama. And if you are from
Cocomama,
Ada, please check me out.
Yes,
Cocomama. Support my husband. You understand? You know the thing. You gotta go. Subscribe to the channel to be part of my family. Why I am part of your own family. We are one. You understand?
we are one family.
Yes, so that is it. If you watch to this moment, thank you all so much. Thank Ada for me, for gracing, for spoiling me. This girl can cook for the whole Africa. When you see Cocomama's face going like this, don't complain. I've been enjoying Ibotic food ever since I came.
Okay.
Yeah, Ada, thank you so much for the
You're
warm
welcome.
hospitality, for everything. Rishi. I'm really happy to be here at this time. You guys should help me thank her in the comment section and check her out. So let's take her to 200,000. She deserves it. Look at how you might be watching and you want to. You see, she has given you free of charge. Jackpa. What do you call it? Jackpa tips. I'm also learning from her. You understand? She's also giving me ginger here to make her move, make her where the sun shines. See what in my another one.
Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to Modesta's Cocomama's channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, please, and share it out so that people that have been confused will know that this is the steps for them to relocate anywhere and all that. All right, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in another one. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye bye.